Welcome back. We are here now on game 2. We just saw Joe C's team beat Sprite's team 17-10 in a turnover fiesta. We're going to jump into our other Niners game here, Gibby versus Rob, with the Jets versus the Seahawks. And keeping with the Color Rush theme, we've got a nice green on green type of affair. Let me throw the rosters up. There we go. So quarterback-wise, we got a slight advantage to Rob with Phillip Rivers over Gibby's Matt Ryan. Offensive line, I want to say the Chargers line is better than the Falcons line of last year, but I can't say that with a ton of confidence at the moment. Running back-wise, definite advantage to Rob's team with Todd Gurley as a 95 overall. He's got Gurley as the true bell cow, doing all three: the main work, the power work, and the receiving work. And then over on Gibby's team, we've got Mixon with the regular work and the receiving work, with Jay Ajayi subbing in for the power running work. Moving on to wide receivers, definite advantage to Gibby's Jets with DeAndre Hopkins, Odell Beckham Jr., and Robert Woods as his trio there, with Hopkins doing slot duties when it's called upon. And then on Rob's team, he's got Tyreek Hill, Amari Cooper, down all the way to Larry Fitzgerald's 85 overall, with Tyreek Hill doing the slot duties primarily. So yeah, advantage to Gibby's team. Tight end wise, Rob's got a slight advantage with Zach Ertz over the tandem of Eric Ebron and Austin Hooper. The only reason it's a slight advantage is because if you get down to 2 tight end sets, that becomes a Phil 70 overall tight end. So, but definite advantage from the receiving front to the primary tight end of Zach Ertz. Kickers don't matter too much, but we got a headline match with Will Lutz versus Steven Gostkowski, the real foundation of Gibby's team there on Gostkowski. And then defensively, advantage to the Seahawks with an 87 overall versus the Jets 81 overall across the defense as a whole. Overall wise, we got 83 versus 82. That seems like a pretty even matchup. I'm going to give my personal assessment here and say that Gibby's team is favored, especially with the home field advantage. But I guess time will tell, because I picked Sprite in the last one, and we all saw how that worked out. So without further ado, let's get into the game.
Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden 19 on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got a great one on tap between the Seattle Seahawks and the New York Jets. With that, we head up to MetLife Stadium as we'll hand it over to the two men that'll call the action, Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. A few moments ago, the crowd here was on their feet as their beloved Jets made their way out of the tunnel. They're ready to go. We're ready to go. It should be a good one as those New York Jets get set to face off with the Seattle Seahawks. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Before kickoff, Charles, quickly your keys to the game.
I was AFK for a second. I'm back now.
Turnovers, special teams play.
Have you taken a look at these jerseys? Are these distinguishable?
Next time of possession. Whoever controls the football gives their defense a break and takes care of business.
There's a match later on in this round where it's going to be purple on purple, which you're involved in, and I think I'm just going to make one of those one team's white. Yeah, this will be good. Okay, cool.
Really bad one was the Jets color rush versus...
versus like the Chiefs or something. It was one of the red teams, right?
Yeah, it was like all green versus all red.
Yeah.
It was just like hard to look at.
I always enjoy reflecting on Matt Ryan's career at this stage because when he came out of the draft,
Fun fact about our league, we have a higher percentage of red-green deficient folks than the general population.
I don't think you can find any of those doubters now. One of the top
sure?
quarterbacks in the NFL.
Right? Isn't it like 1 in 10 men, and we have at least 2 in the league out of 12?
For some reason I thought it was higher.
I thought it was around 10% for general population, specifically of men.
What's only men?
Right. Oh, because it's okay. It's an X chromosomal thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, this is gonna be a little tough when watching like receptions.
Looking for Woods that time. That'll bring up second down. And we take a look now at the New York offense.
Okay, yeah. So you and Sprite are both red-green. I don't know if anyone else in the league is. What's up? Sorry.
5%.
Oh, it's only 5%.
Yeah, I thought it was higher.
Dang.
So
So even if Sprite wasn't also red-green deficient, just you would make it higher than the general population.
Sure.
Numbers.
Former second-round pick. This is Joe Mixon, and he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it, and boy, the reward was there. A big pickup, and guess what? It's now 3rd and very short in order to try and pick up a first down.
Ryan now off the bootleg. He gets this in the hands of Mixon.
That is a quality play action.
That gives him a first down.
It's not exactly a screen, but
It's a
screen-ish
9-yard
type
gain,
of
and it
route.
keeps the drive moving.
Textbook. No one's looking at Mixon. Easy reception.
Described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to
No,
make
we
people
talked
miss
about
an
it.
open field.
She's just gonna Uber, but I offered to help with laundry while she was out.
What a guy.
It's the actual least I could do.
It's literally in the room you're sitting.
Yeah, it's literally the least I could do.
In one of the Jets episodes, they do a good piece on the rugby guy that they have.
On the Jets?
1st and 10, it's Ryan.
Yeah, it's like part of that.
And he's caught on the right
Oh,
side.
yeah. It's like how the Bills got that running back and whatever.
Yeah. I think it's all the teams in the AFC East.
Yeah, that's right. Because I think it rotates divisions each year.
And that's what they've done throughout
Yeah,
this
the Bills
season.
definitely have
This is a
someone.
terrific unit.
Jets have
They play
someone.
together
Yeah, the
very,
Patriots
very
got some
well,
tight end
and
from
they don't
Germany.
permit big plays to happen.
Yeah, the guy that the Jets have, like, he played rugby in Australia. Apparently, he's a big deal. Like, very well known in Australia.
What's he doing playing football then?
He wanted to.
2nd and 10.
All right, I guess that's reasonable.
He's only like 24, so if it doesn't pan out, he can always go back.
True. Yeah, early career.
Ryan caught left side Hopkins.
First preseason game, he got some play time.
Nice. Did he make any big plays? What is he a running back too?
He is running back.
Gotcha.
He's going to get his catches.
Surprisingly, they didn't have him do any return stuff.
Gotta
They just had
continue
him
to focus on not
some
giving up
play
the big
action
play
stuff.
when he does catch the ball in the
look
second.
fast. Look like good hands.
I guess those are the fundamentals, right?
Yeah.
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. Ryan will throw again. And incomplete.
Yo, if you hit OBJ there, it's a home run. That's a touchdown.
Yeah, they throw that, and he was running.
God.
He just had to throw a bullet to the ground.
Right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
On 4th down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. They'll be led out by their veteran quarterback out of North Carolina State. It's Phillip Rivers.
One way you become the all-time leading passer for your team is pure talent, and Phillip Rivers has plenty of that. But there's also dedication to your craft and the willingness to get better all the time.
All right, so I think the key to victory for Gibby's team in this game is to not throw every single ball over the middle to Eric Ebron.
That would be a good start.
That would be a marked improvement from the last game. Oh yeah, didn't go over how everyone got here. In the first round, since both these teams lost in the first round, Gibby lost 24-13 to Preston's Texans. So now his Jets, as my pre-tournament favorite for the whole dang thing, are now fighting for 9th choice. Meanwhile, Rob's Seahawks lost 28-10 to my Jaguars, and that game wasn't particularly close. But so yeah, that's how we got here.
You got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field, and when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
Rob's team is absurdly running back heavy. Like, he has 7 rostered running backs, but only 4 rostered wide receivers.
No gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
And it's still odd.
As I mentioned before, I filled up to 5 rostered wide receivers on each team, so his was the only team I had to fill with a 70 overall or worse player. For a wide receiver.
Doesn't matter much.
Right, except I think that dude had a reception in the last game.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
So on the heels
Rob
of
also
the
had
run by Todd
his
Gurley,
3 Baltimore
another
running
1st and
backs.
10.
Yeah, he couldn't stop collecting Baltimore running backs. He did that in another keeper league we're in together too. So both of his keeper leagues are like shot with useless Baltimore running backs.
Take this up to about the 37.
You know, worked out
Just a
decent
yard
last
on the
year.
pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and
Jackson
9.
wasn't even throw the ball that much.
And quickly the
Yeah, no,
starting
it was useful at the end of
11
last
now for the
season,
New
but
York
it's terrible for
defense.
keeper value.
Leonard Williams was one of the most fun players for me to watch in college football. And when he came out in the NFL draft, I kept telling people, here's
He's
why I
still
think
got
he's
solid
going to be good.
keepers.
Excellent movement skills, light on his feet, also has the ability to bull rush people inside, but I loved his hands. The ability to get offensive blockers' hands off of him and then get his hands on opposing ball carriers.
I'm sorry, I was distracted. Did you ask me something?
No, I just said that Rob's got decent keepers regardless.
Oh, yeah, he does. He absolutely does. These are like fairly straightforward if I recall though. Like there are 4 that are better keepers than everything else.
A nice little completion there by Phillip Rivers.
I don't know if I saw 4 obvious ones before. Maybe.
I think it was like 2 or 3 obvious ones and then a cliff after the 4th.
Dreams and aspirations, so he clipped out a football player from a magazine
I think I
article
see 3.
and
Tyreek
pasted
Hill,
his face on the
14.
helmet. That's what he wanted to be.
Robbie
and it
Anderson,
turned out okay.
14. Lamar Jackson, 16.
Yeah, I think Lamar was like the 3rd that it's like, well, at that value you probably should. And then I think I had him down for Zach Ertz in the 3rd just because of how tight ends work.
It's a 4th round.
Oh, 4th? Math is hard. That's even better.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Down to the 30.
Kelsey in the 3rd. Which I'm going to be taking.
Yeah, that's an easy keep.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense.
Yeah, I went through and kind of was looking at everyone keepers, like, who's everyone going to keep? Some people are like, okay, yeah, obviously those people. And then some are a little bit, they might not.
Yeah, some have decisions to make. I think Preston's, as we discussed earlier, were the most straightforward.
Yeah, he said stupid good.
Yeah, he has 4 stupid good ones.
I mean, he is a little bit Packers heavy, but
I mean, as long as Aaron Rodgers is there, they project to be a good offense, so that's not a problem.
And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
An inaugural trip to the red zone here for the Seahawks. 1st and 10 right at the 20.
Lego's got some kind of shitty keepers again.
Yeah, I think when I was statting him out, which was a while ago, I think I had him even keeping Alshon Jeffrey in the 5th, which does not feel good.
That's
what a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Carlos Hyde, baby. Isn't he getting decent reps?
You think? I don't know what's going on in Kansas City's backfield right now, man.
I think at first he was like getting first team reps. And then I saw something maybe Damien Williams was.
Yo, hold up, we got a touchdown.
Cody.
Who's that, Matt Breida? Is that my dude?
And the Seahawks
Matt
have taken
Breida
a
was
first
white.
quarter lead.
No, Matt Breida is not
They
white.
drew up the counter there.
It's a very white man.
Thinking of Christian McCaffrey, who also wears number 22.
I'm just going off the name.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, Matt Breida is not white.
Get them going in one direction and then cut back against the grain and let your running back finish it off and get the work done.
Will Lutz on for the
What do you
point
think
after.
spread keeps?
My notes I had for him before were
Score 7-0.
Chubb, Boyd, John Brown, and Kiki QT.
So that one an 8-play drive. It
Not
spans
Dookie?
75 yards.
What was
And
Duke's
the capper,
round?
19-yard touchdown.
Yeah. Sixth feels a lot for a projected satellite back. But
What the hell does satellite back mean?
oh, like a receiving back.
Yeah.
The guy that they like never run between the tackles. Think Tariq Cohen.
Okay.
Get it like he revolves around the outside, the perimeter of the offense. Like a satellite.
Makes sense.
I think Duke is talented. Yeah, maybe Duke, honestly.
Didn't Kiki like
Yeah,
get
Kiki
hurt?
died too, so it's probably Duke.
The kickoff team
Was
on the
it
field
ACL?
now as they will send
No.
this one
It
away.
was I think it was just a sprain of something.
This is taken about 7
It wasn't
yards deep.
serious, but it was
And
enough to
he'll
keep him out a
elect
few
not
weeks
to
in the
return this
preseason.
one,
And
so
for
they'll
a
bring it out to the
second year that
25 on
isn't
the
necessarily
touchdown.
guaranteed a role,
And now
that's
out
a big
come
thing.
the Jets. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think
Like
they
he was
have to take
projected
make
to be
sure
their
they don't do
primary
that
slot
again?
guy,
Let's
but
just go to the football
eh,
101,
who
the
can say
trend
now?
expression 101. Win first down.
True.
Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down.
All right, I'll be right back.
Make it a 2nd and 3, second and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. And that's caught left side. It's Woods. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, a 22.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage after it.
Got the speed, the agility, so good running after catching. We're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
You all right?
Exactly right. It's really difficult to try and defend him.
I think he
is
just
if you
trashed his
wanna press him
apartment.
So that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch. A lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Mixon with a first down carry. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Now, prior to the snap, we hit all zeros as time has run out on the first quarter of play. 7-0 is our score, and we will return to MetLife Stadium after this.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
With Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Jets in possession as we begin quarter number 2 here. They face a 2nd and 7 to start things out. midfield now. Here's Ryan. Over the middle to Beckham. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Is that a vase?
No, it's a metal water bottle.
Oh, all right. I guess that makes sense.
Yeah. There's no way to quietly put it down on a desk.
Yeah, that checks out. The dragging sounded very vase-esque.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 10 yards.
Looks like the AI is figuring out that it has very strong first and second wide receivers.
You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning
Good
he's
rip.
right at it. And really
Just wait until it figures out what it's got at tight end, though.
So he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Oh, no.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A handoff to Mixon. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
On 2nd down, Ryan.
Ooh, I was hoping for a big bomb to Odell. How long he waited there.
At the 28. They'll wind up getting 10 back as it sets him up for
He was like standing there forever, and I'm like, that means huge play to Odell, right? And then just a small 3rd and 2 completion. Robert Woods. Just what the doctor ordered.
You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
They give to Mixon to try to
Ram it in the cram hole, baby.
The first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line.
Waiting with someone, or is he about to stiff arm?
Probably about to stiff arm.
Yeah, once more.
It just looked like he hit the hole, turned his left, and like waved to someone.
Oh yeah, it did look that way. Looks even funnier on the replay.
Hello.
Oh, hey, dude. Oh, sorry. Getting tackled. Give me a sec.
First red zone opportunity now for the Jets. 1st and 10 at the 19. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
Oh no, you hate to see it.
Sacked back at the 29.
That's green on green crime.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal.
That dude just completely failed his block.
You get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more.
Wait,
which means
no, come back.
pressure,
Oh
more
no.
blitzing.
Some pretty good footage from last night's Hard Knocks of Aaron Donald just having his way with the Raiders O-line in their like joint practice.
Oh, that sounds delightful.
Yeah.
He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Give him 7 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking
There was
out
a
of the backfield.
video of like a handful of the like star players talking to a quote-unquote Madden ratings adjuster, but they were like, he was like grading them on just like everyday tasks, like folding sheets and like writing in cursive, things like that, wrapping a present, and like Aaron Donald would just like either do something well or do something very poorly, and after every single thing he'd be like 99.
He would say that?
Yeah. And the adjuster would just be like,
That defense right there. Zone was absolutely locked locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there.
99.
If there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
He actually wrapped the football really well. It was a very tight package with the wrapping paper and a nice bow on top. Then he's like, come on, man, I got kids. Of course I'm good at this. 99.
I don't wrap presents.
Nice.
I just put them in the box and take them.
Classic. I'm pretty decent at wrapping presents, but like, if you give me your regular shapes, it gets pretty dicey.
That's what gift bags for.
True, true.
Or garbage bags.
My mother would disown me if I gave her a present in a garbage bag.
Well, my parents did that for Christmas all the time.
Oh, perfect. Now, my mom's like a freaking whiz at wrapping presents, so it was like, you know, get on her level or just get out the way.
Oh, man. This sounds terrible.
It is what it is.
Yeah. We did have Christmas-themed trash bags. So.
Oh, that's perfect then. It's festive. It's everything.
And they've been reused for the past 30 years.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that
Is this the third drive of the game?
Wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
I have no clue.
I think the Seahawks scored on their opening drive. And then so did the Jets, but it was just a field goal. So I think this is drive number 3, but at 2.5 minutes left in the quarter.
Long drive?
Yeah. Slow offenses.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley.
Sit down, boy.
He is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on second down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play caller, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now a second down throw for Rivers. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Cooper's first catch, and good for a first down. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Rivers on first down. This one caught left side by Cooper. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the
we're going to test this really quick with the laundry in the background. Can you hear it or not?
And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
Rivers now to throw on first down. He'll throw underneath for Gurley. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 10 more there and another first down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And welcome back. The offensive unit, they took the timeout. And now they get set to line up as we resume action. Second down, Rivers. This will be caught inside the 10. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown.
I walk away to mess with the door for 3 seconds, and Zach Ertz scores a touchdown. Man, Gibby, after being my pre-tournament favorite, is quickly looking like he's trying to get last place.
Dude sucks.
Dude sucks, been saying it for years. Can you hear laundry in the background or no?
And right now, they want to make sure they keep that
Sweet.
and carry it into the
So
second half.
the microphone, which I think you have the same one, it's got that like setting on the back, like 1, 2, or 3, based on the like what do they call it, the cardioid pattern or whatever.
And the decision to just kick the extra point
I've not had that, but
Oh.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, I did it on setting 2, and it seems to be speak directly into it or not be heard at all.
Sometimes you want that.
Yeah, that's what I want right now.
Nice.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2.
I think Gibby's whack of a running back is what hurts him.
I mean, Mixon should be fine. Like, Mixon's rated higher than Ingram, for example. Higher than Dalvin Cook, which Preston's doing stuff with. I was going to say higher than Sprite's team, but you can see where he is now. Jacob hasn't really won. Neither has Colin. Neither has Wigo. So maybe, yeah, that actually might be a difference.
But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Throwing now, Ryan on first down. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon, and he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. And we are back here. I'm Brandon Gaunt alongside Charles Davis. So the offense takes a timeout, and now we're set to get going. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now Ryan on 2nd down. To Mixon on the check down. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. They couldn't get anything going there on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about
Make it
wanting
stop.
to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
False start, offense.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Still 3rd down.
And this offense back to needing 10 yards after the false start. 3rd and 10.
I killed Steam, and that seemed to help. Nope, still dropping frames. God damn it.
Ryan.
Kill it all.
To the right side.
There's only so much I can kill.
And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout.
Chrome?
As the clock will stop.
Yeah, I
with just
killed
under
half a
30
Chrome.
seconds to go
I
in
might kill the
first
other half.
BRB.
Later.
So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready.
All right, I think we're back to green.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is taken around the 12. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Phillip Rivers, he is the focal point of our players' spotlight now. And they must have seen something leading up to this one that said, hey, we're going to be able to go deep, because they've gone deep with a lot of success.
And pick your phrase, pick your code words, your buzzwords, whatever. Vertical stretch, deep passes, go routes, right? What's that route you love? What's that route you love? Four verts. All of it working because they're able to find ways to get deep, and for him to show off that big arm.
We see some of that big arm right here. He has been great. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock. On 1st and 10, Rivers. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's second down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Ready, set,
Now a handoff for Gurley. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even
To
get
halftime
started.
we go.
He lost 2 there, and it's
I
3rd
think-
down.
No, I think the Jets get the ball. Okay, so it's not at least about to be
Seahawks.
murderous.
They're out in front. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, right, Brandon.
Okay.
Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone,
Hey, welcome
to
back.
the slimmed-down version of the EA Sports halftime report. This game's had a little bit of everything thus far, and certainly plenty to look forward to, as the teams are right back out there for the second half. So we'll get right back out there as well, as we'll turn it back over to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach. Thank
Yeah,
you.
halftime
We
just
welcome everyone
wrapped up.
back for quarter
And
number
it looks...
3.
I don't remember who gets the ball here. It's looking like the Seahawks are receiving.
Jets.
I thought the Jets were going to receive, though.
Yeah, that's what. Thought that was what we had.
Maybe we
determined.
determined wrong.
New League of Legends update.
Sure looks like the Jets are kicking.
Damn. We were wrong.
Yikes.
The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They go play action here on first down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. A second down throw for Rivers. And Hill with it over the middle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there at 22. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
First down, Rivers. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Rivers. His throw incomplete. He was looking for Todd Gurley, and that'll make it 3rd down.
The touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse.
All right, I walked away a while ago, but I heard something about TFT from the other room.
Yeah, they patched it and added some champions and stuff. I'm not gonna find new cheat sheets.
Oh, God. Dear Reddit.
Pretty much.
To the air again here, Rivers. And he comes back with one complete.
First down. Seahawks are marching. This is looking like a
to the 35.
might be an automatic
It's a
W.
gain of 17, and it'll give him a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
See big comebacks often.
If there's
No.
pressure, he's going to continue to
But,
pick
and
them
yeah, and
apart
Rob's team's got a lot of
because
sizzle at the
he'll
top,
have
so I don't know what I'm
time to
talking
find
about saying they're
someone
not that
downfield
strong.
you can only cover for so long.
He's got Rivers,
So maybe
Gurley,
they wanted to
Tyreek
go
Hill,
zone
and
blitz
Zach
scheme,
Ertz.
get a little bit more
Those
pressure.
are all 90s
Remember when
players.
Carolina did that against Denver?
I feel
They
like
lost the
depth
game
doesn't matter
ultimately.
that much
They
in
dropped the
that.
defensive
No, it really
end down,
doesn't.
and he ended up
Because,
with
like,
an interception
very
in the
rarely
game
do you
in
get
Super Bowl
fatigue
50.
subs, and then
Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and
even
get
more
Injuries.
rarely do you get
Injuries as
injuries.
well.
Yeah.
Short gain down to about the 33. Darren Lee there to get him down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game could
There's a
really
new beta
benefit your
pass,
team
too.
right now.
Oh my. Yo, what was that thing Riot did recently that everyone hated him for? They had like a pay to buy achievement system or something? Or like a pay to have
They'll
achievements?
stick to the ground game with
I
Gurley.
have no clue.
And he's
Okay.
gonna be
I saw
met
something
at the
on
line
Twitter
of
and something else on
scrimmage
Reddit,
taken
and I
down.
didn't do enough digging to actually figure out what it was.
No gain on the play, and they're left with
Not
a 3rd and 8.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Dumps it off to Gurley. And he's able to pick up the first down here before
Only get first down off third downs. That's what Rob's team's doing right now. Great clock management.
There, and it moves the sticks.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football.
I will say though, fatigue subs definitely helped me in my last game. Because like Brady's slaying it to Dante Pettis, and like he's the 4th on the depth chart. Maybe it was just a 4 wide receiver set.
They'll run it now out of the gun.
That's weird.
Yo, Breida just doesn't go down.
To the 18-yard line. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
I feel like he does that in real life too.
Maybe there's a little attrition
just pinballing all over the place.
Because when you see that type of a run, I get the
God,
feeling the
watch
defense getting a little bit tired.
Him
That's the
ever?
last
Because
thing
I
they
thought it
need,
was white.
especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
I like how if you take that sentence at face value, it sounds like you don't watch white players. But we did discuss earlier that Adam thought he was white and therefore has never seen Matt Breida.
Rivers now on 2nd down. And he'll be out
Just
of
don't watch
bounds,
him.
taking
Just
it
on
just
principle,
shy
I just
of
don't
the
watch
10
white
at the 11 to
players.
12. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again.
If you're running out route, it's likely
I see
you're
this
near the sideline. And what
post
did we
about
just
the
see there?
paying for things now too.
You got it. The benefits of
About the what?
practice, toe tapping,
Oh.
The paying thing.
picking it
Oh
up
yeah,
and
yeah.
making
People
sure
were
it was a
not
catch.
not pleased about it.
Yeah, the post about it's got 20,000 upvotes. So
Perfect since the second
Oh
half
boy.
started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
2 years ago, Riot promised to deliver missions for specific champions. Took them 2 years to introduce it, and you need to pay for it.
Useful.
Not a good one.
They'll run it now.
Yo, Riot just loves money.
And he'll
Like,
take this one inside the 10
That's
down to
what
the 8.
they're in the business for.
yeah, they're in the business for money and farting on each
Set
other.
up a 2nd and 7.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And
Having a hostile workplace.
Formation, showing the shotgun.
Yeah.
They ran out of it. That's a
Flicking
nice play by
flicking
them
nuts of each other.
defensively, though, to hold it to a
Sack
short gain.
tapping.
That's something that happened.
Yeah. And then whatever else they did.
Generally be terrible to witness.
Yeah. just all of it really.
For a modest gain. 5 yards on
Really
the
hitting the
pickup,
triple
and
crown
bring
of
up a 3rd and 1.
bad places to work.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, put a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on 3rd down conversions. They need a yard here. Laundry
Oh
on the field.
my
This is
God!
gonna be
Did
a
they
false
just
start
was that a
on
false
the
start or did
offense.
they draw an
Sometimes
offside?
you have to slow things
I think it was
down
a false
little bit
start.
when things get
Yeah, alright,
heated.
never mind.
The cadence has to
I
be
was gonna be
slow
so
and deliberate
impressed.
at times to make
Now
sure
I
your
am
team's
not.
ready to go.
Still 3rd down.
In this most recent patch of TFT, though, they added
Well, that's
new
tough, costly penalty,
class,
'cause
whatever you want
now
to call
it
it.
makes it 3rd and 6
Oh
after
yeah,
the
like a
full
Synergy.
synergy or whatever.
X-Tech.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That's in theme.
Rivers.
Got some person who I don't know who it is. Jace.
Oh my God! Oh, go! I want to see him return this. After how bad of a throw that was. Oh, fine.
And he had all data.
That was so bad. Rivers was just like, hey, yo, Jets, you want this?
So maybe a second half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone
Take
they
it.
wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that
Has
one.
that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Getting set to go again, DeAndre Hopkins marches back onto the field. He's hoping to take what has been a good game here and make it a great game. So far, solid, and we're
All
still
right,
in the 3rd
Gibby,
quarter.
here's your
There's
damn
nothing wrong
chance.
with solid. You want to be that.
For
You want
Obama,
to be
DeAndre.
reliable. You want to be a guy that puts your
You
team
know,
in
or
a
Odell.
position to have a
Literally
chance
either
to
one is
win.
fine.
And that's what we're seeing from him. And there's also that
Really,
added
really
element
weird,
that
'cause
maybe it can become a
is that
little
Larry
bit more
Fitzgerald?
as this game goes on.
Larry Fitzgerald's on Rob's team.
I just saw the dreadlocks and I see.
Good starting
Oh,
field
yeah.
position
No,
for
10
them as
is
they come up
Hopkins,
1st and 10.
also with dreads.
All right, all right.
Here's
It
Joe
was weird. He was like bent over and talking. I'm like,
and a few little
who the hell is that
points on the
quarterback?
juke, but not much room to maneuver after that.
Matt Ryan looks funny. I thought he was Floyd.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing.
God
But
damn
with
it.
a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches.
Now I can't
to
watch
make
Matt
an
Ryan.
impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Shame.
Again, it's Mixon. And this time not as successful as he'll get back.
See that
to
bit
the
about
line
how,
scrimmage and no more.
Falcons
No gain
play
on the
like
play there,
3
so they
games
went for the
outdoors all
third
year.
down and 6.
Well, we just saw a great example
Yeah,
of what
dude,
we
they just
talked
have this
about with the
insane
coach
indoor
prior to the
schedule.
game.
And like they don't play an outdoor game until like week 11 or some shit.
And it's like in Miami.
Yeah, it's like, what the
This
fuck?
Or
offense in
Tampa.
desperate need of a
One was in
conversion as they
Tampa.
come up on third down.
I forget what the other 2 were, but they were like,
Third down, Ryan.
they weren't going Patriots or Green Bay. Or
Look at
anything.
that. You slang a ball deep. What happens? Good shit.
But he makes it all the way to the 6.
Wasn't even to one of the fucking game breakers. It was to Robert
Third down,
Woods.
sets up a first and goal.
Robert was solid.
He's solid, but he's not Hopkins Rodell.
But when you can pick it up
True,
in big
true.
chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
It'll be first and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on
End of the third quarter. Show the highlights. Jets coming out of the tunnel.
Because that's definitely what they're doing.
That's about all they've done, honestly. Offensively, at least.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the fourth quarter.
Riot removed the like the text in chat that tells you that other people like leveled up.
What? That's super important.
Yeah, that's, and they did not replace it with anything else. It appears.
Oh my god.
Now a
Broken
chance to
game.
make
Do
that
not
big
play.
really hurt. It's
Small
first
indie
and goal
company
just
can't
outside
figure
the
it out.
5.
Everyone switched to Dota Underlords. It's over.
Then
Then I gotta learn new shit.
Now it's Ryan.
Oh, it tells you when they level up.
Oh, is that it? Says touchdown. Eric Ebron.
Eric Ebron.
Oh, fucking Ebron.
What was that white out on the right side? Dude?
Score game.
Watch, if they show the replay, they're like split out.
The dude
spit
just
out.
standing doing nothing. That's Odell for you.
Such an incredibly
Odell's just standing around.
play.
Watching the ball.
Hey, look, Ebron caught one.
To make sure that they learn how to
Motherfucker
train their
didn't throw it to
feet
me.
to get down in bounds.
And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take
True
another
locker
look
room
at this
cancer.
potential touchdown.
Oh yeah, that's a good review angle, that first one. I think he got the toe down. I think this should stand. The scoreboard will give it away before they say anything, as it always does. It stands!
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Big play coming.
Gotta
now
go for
the
two here.
Jets
Now
as
it's getting
they'll set up
exciting.
to go for 2.
Got a Woods-Hopkins stack over here on the left.
They're gonna try and
Oh my god, and they just run it up the middle and get murdered.
They're gonna stop him behind the line.
Defensive.
Well, partners,
7
since
guys
this
on
new
the line.
two-point rule came into play, offense has been a lot more
Don't
about
audible?
working on it.
With
That
these
means the
receivers, you
defenses are
gotta
doing the
audible
exact
that.
same
Oh,
thing.
I don't know, man. I just feel like I know Madden AI is Madden AI, so like I know what's gonna happen a lot of the time, but like you would think that if you were a real NFL team and you knew your receivers were Hopkins, Odell, and Robert Woods, you would just always pass.
Probably, yeah. My theory last year with this was that the playbook that is
Goskowski now out to kick it away.
Like the playbook for the
This
Jets
fielded at the 2.
isn't pass heavy or something.
And not a bad return
Oh,
here.
I don't know
right.
how the team choice in Madden.
I think the AI weighs run versus pass pretty much evenly for every team, so I don't think the playbook makes that much of a difference. And honestly, the playbooks are pretty generic in Madden. Like, they'll be slightly different for each team, but they're mostly the same plays.
Fair enough.
And I think the AI calling is like an even slider per team, so I don't think like run versus pass makes a huge difference of real NFL skill versus versus the Madden team skill.
Gotcha. Okay. Fair enough.
That's why like every team makes the same dumb mistakes by the goal line.
Shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
I should fix that.
Yeah, maybe I gotta fuck with the sliders, but it's too late. We already started.
Yeah.
Able to get him for a loss of about 3.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big time sack.
So TFT now tells you when the other people have like leveled up their little legend.
Really? They tell you that, but not when they've leveled up their characters?
Yeah, it's like a new UI thing on the right.
That seems somehow like taunting you.
It's like, oh, we added this other informational thing that helps not that much. And remove this other thing that was like super helpful.
That's gotta be a bug. That has to be a bug.
You don't think so?
Like, there's no way they intended to remove that.
Personal foul.
QA was too busy farting on each other. They didn't notice it.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
History does not
Play.
understand it.
Absolutely costs you in the end.
No, it is not.
Right, try to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. The first down throw here for Rivers. Ertz over the middle. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
I don't think I've yet to see a quarterback break 300 yards in any of these games. We've had a few get like 250, but those are like the huge offensive games. I'm still waiting for a 300-yarder, just like I'm still waiting for a kick return touchdown.
To get 7 on that first down pass
I
play.
think if you want 300 yards, throw it in 15-minute quarters.
Yeah, I'd rather, get through games.
On the handoff, it's Gurley.
That's the give and take.
That's
No complaining.
That's with cookie crumbles.
They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this
Never mind, they still show the champion upgrades. They just moved it.
Oh, thank God. I was like, that's a huge fuck up.
Possession is 9/10 of the
Yeah,
law.
it's not easy looking over there.
9/10 of winning the
Okay,
game.
And
4th
it's
and
like, it's quick, so you can't like go back and check.
4th and 1 on the attacking 48. 4.5 minutes left. Up by 5 points. What would you do? I'd probably fucking just run it up the middle or do a quick slants, personally.
What's the scenario?
You're up 5 points. It's 4th quarter, 4th and 1. And you're on the attacking 48.
I don't know. Punting seems fine.
I guess. 4th and 1. I feel bad whenever I don't go for a 4th and 1 that's like anywhere past my own 40.
I don't know. I feel like short field, score pretty quick.
Yeah, I guess. Well, what if he just... he dropped it. Damn it. I was like, what if he just slings it to Odell? Never mind. He's not throwing it to Odell the rest of the game now, is he?
Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Yeah, probably not.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. 2nd and 10. It's Ryan again. Caught left side, Hopkins. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit, and that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions, even when you're taking some hits. Sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up, and make those throws, and he did that.
Here's Ryan to throw.
Easy conversion.
It's complete.
Oh man, Gibby's offense is actually fucking finally firing.
He's up to
Yeah, boy.
88 yards receiving.
Yeah, boy.
And he's got a 1st down.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a 1st down for them, too.
Ryan now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. Again, Ryan. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. 11 more on that one and another.
Oh man,
1st
this is smooth.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. To throw again is Ryan. Throwing the out route incomplete.
All right, so Matt Ryan has decided to only target DeAndre Hopkins on this drive late in the game, as opposed to only targeting Eric Ebron, which
I think that might work out well.
proving good results here.
Tight spots all game long. That throw no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
The key is actually clock management up to this touchdown. Obviously, they still have to get the touchdown, but managing the clock into it is also incredibly important.
He'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it a 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch.
Like, they got to aim for this touchdown, and then they got to get the 2-point conversion on it, unless they get the touchdown with like 15 seconds left, in which case it doesn't really matter. But they'll still go for the 2. But if you fall over rushing up the middle, that's not going to do anything for you, Joe Mixon.
Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. Now Ryan. That is caught at the 7. And they do get him down.
Would you look at that?
He's able to slip it
He's just wide open all the time.
They're able to convert
Oh,
on
now
third
the
down.
hurry up.
Sets up
Why
a
hurry
first and
up?
goal.
Slow down.
Gotta go fast, Sonic.
To throw.
Score too soon.
Throw it! Oh, man, Ryan.
Throw away. He's taken
Oh, and we're still
down.
hurrying up.
Frank Clark in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
This is actually ripe for a fucking fatigue sub after this play.
That's caught.
Is he in? Says he's in right now.
Chance.
Bobby Woods. Back corner.
Woods from 10 yards out, and the Jets have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter.
Wow, I know it's a never say never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one.
That looked in from a distance. Yeah, I think that's in. They might still booth review it.
You gotta rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Under review. After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for, and this touchdown will count. Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion.
2-point conversion. This is actually pretty big with a minute and a half left. They kind of have to get this. Oh, no.
This has been a familiar sight all afternoon.
It's almost like just how they blew the last 2-point conversion.
That decision to me was all about pulling up the chart. You know, that beautiful chart that tells you when to go for 2, when to go for 1. I do love it. It helps you with your decision making.
So with Will Lutz at kicker, they only really need to get to like the attacking 35 as opposed to getting into the end zone to win the game.
One makes the rest of this fourth quarter a little more interesting.
Rob, Seahawks can very much do this.
Nope. Goskowski now out to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Phillip Rivers now gears up to take the offense back out there. This is something we've seen many times over the course of his career. Can he pull off another fourth quarter comeback?
And it's very strange, isn't it? Because when it's a player of this magnitude, even though the guys on defense have the lead and are sitting in the best spot, they're maybe the most nervous people in the stadium because they've seen this happen to too many people before, too many teams. They've got to find a way to shut him down.
Here we go again for the grizzled vet.
All right, here we go. Last drive. They only got to make like
He's back to throw.
30, 40 yards.
Cooper with it.
There's one first down.
But not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. He'll look to throw.
Oh no. That was sloppy.
It's really going to set him back for second down.
This is going to make it interesting, especially because hurry-up logic in this game is awful.
Another off-tackle run. Oh, Adam Winston so long.
Oh, you gotta catch that, brother. Who's 83? Is that the second tight end? That might be Phil tight end, 70 overall guy. Because Ertz is 86, and then it's Hill 10, Cooper 19, Fitzgerald 11.
The Seahawks on third down.
And I think Robbie Anderson's on 81 in this.
This will be 3rd and 19. Here's Rivers.
Phillip Rivers tucking and running on 3rd and 19.
Contact as he
Boy.
slides to a
What
stop.
the fuck? Oh, and their center is down. That's what you hate to see. Oh man, everything is going wrong right now for the Seahawks. So what is it, 4th and 5 now? Fourth and 5 on the defending 46. 38 seconds left. Phillip Rivers looking like a dingus with his Gatorade cup.
Big boy dingus.
Big boy dingus. Get back on the field, Phil. You gotta play.
One score down.
No way,
Here
they're gonna
we
punt?
go. They're gonna
Oh.
go for it here on
Huh.
4th down.
I was like, there's no reason to punt here.
Gotta try it here. He's
Oh, he's
back to
slang.
throw.
Oh,
It's
that's
incomplete. They
that's
had
gonna
to
be the
go
ball
for
game.
such
Well,
little time
only 2
remaining.
timeouts because the
That's
center
gonna
got
be just
injured.
about all for this
That
one.
center injury
Ryan and
timeout
defense heading
being
back
forced
on
is
the
actually
field.
huge right now.
Numbers tell the story, not the
I think that
best
just ends the game. Even if
It's
it's a
not
3 and
how
out,
you
that's
start, it's how
it's
you
less
finish.
than
Since
40
that start,
seconds.
he's been good.
Yeah.
Can you just imagine what
So if
was
they
going
had all
on
3
in the locker
timeouts, they could get
room
another
with the
possession, but they
defensive
don't.
coordinator?
So it's
Because
game
things were
over.
working so well. His game
What a-
plan
what
was
a
in
wimp.
effect. They were holding him down. He was
Wow.
off his game.
I'm gonna need a little more out of you,
He was
Marquise
nervous at
Pouncey, or
halftime
Maurice
because
Pouncey, whichever brother you are. The one who's not on the Steelers.
And in this case, his fears were realized.
And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Victory all but assured now as they take a knee here, and they're going to escape with a one-point victory. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field.
All right, I have typed out the message to the group
time
me.
to
I
start
just need to
going in
wait
the
to
other
hit send.
direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
It's nice when like I'm not running around, and it's also like a determined outcome.
Ryan heads
So
down
then I can
to a
actually
knee,
prep these
and
things in
that should
advance.
wrap this one up.
Feels good.
Nice.
Partner, they took a knee to finish this one off. To me, that's the only thing they lost in the 4th quarter. How about that comeback?
Yeah, trailed coming into the last frame. Got it done, taking the knee. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he's on to punt for Seattle.
Why the fuck did they punt with time left? Team?
Madden AI? I don't know.
Oh god, if the Seahawks fucking casually put up a fucking touchdown here.
That would be a Seahawks thing to
Please don't, I already sent the message to the group me.
do. Ooh, woof.
I already clicked report score on challenge.
Should have done that.
I mean, are you sure? Because it looked like all they had to do was not call a play.
One last shot now for Rivers. He's going to let it fly. And it's
All right, we're good. Whew.
incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
He's always hiding, man. Good luck finding him.
Into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
Jets.
Jets.
It's so weird because this game felt more offensive than the last game, but
so that'll do it for
the
us.
score was roughly the same. 17-10 versus 15-14.
I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports.
I mean, there were at least 2 extra points left off the table by way of 2 failed 2-point conversions, so I guess it technically could have been 17-14. Alas. All right. Heading back to the bracket, we see Gibby take down Rob 15-14 in the Ninals semis, and so he will advance to play Conair in the finals in the 9-10 seed matchup. Meanwhile, Rob, falling on down. I gotta refresh the page again. This is obnoxious. He is dropping down to the 11als. Also, I'm now dubbing it the last choice finals because it's the last actual choice for draft pick, and he will play against Sprite's Eagles in that match. And that will be sometime in the future.